mynd ar hyd y twyni dŵad i cerdded i Landdwyn. A doedd na ddim byd, welwn ni, am gwela chi, fel maen nhw'n dweud, dim byd dim ond twyni o dywod melyn.
Then Uncle William, you know, when he used to come and stay with me, always wanted to go to Llandwyn every day. And he knew Lisa Jones, who was there, one of the keepers then, in one of the pilots' cottages.
In the one house on the island lives Mrs. Elizabeth Jones, 61, and believed to be the only woman custodian of wild birds in the world. The island has been taken over as a sanctuary by the Society for the Protection of Wild Birds, and Mrs. Jones looks after the feathered guests. It isn't a gun she's carrying, but a telescope. The visitors are mostly puffins, terns and seagulls.
Yes, that has been a tremendous change, because before the trees were planted,
we
had
Montague Harrier
nesting on the dunes,
Shorty Dowd,
Merlin nesting, various gulls and lots of skylarks, birds like that.
Ond yn y fforest i te, mae'n dynamic, mae'n mynd yn newid ydy. Unwaith da chi di mynd trwy rotation mewn ffordd, da chi'n plannu un lle, da chi'n torri rhywle arall, a wedyn mae pethau fel nightiad a pethau, mae'n just symud o un cwyl all felly te. Y problem arall oedd 2,000 pairs o wylanod nesting herringos te.
Wedi dod yn 1959, 1959?
Ia, dyna'r adeg yna. Ac ymlaen dipyn bach. Ac be oedden nhw'n neud oedd, mae'n gymryd o'n nhw'n sathru wedi chweud allan te.
Just about the birds, and that's where I saw a seagull on the rock. And it got the rats by the mouth and swallowed it whole, head first. I remember seeing that.
Once you get the trees, now we get the missel thrush and the crossbill and the tree living birds. So yes, there has been a tremendous change. So you've won a lot and you've lost some from there.
Not many people know this, but 1988 was designated the European Year of the Environment, a word to that effect. The Welsh contribution was the creation of a lake, or technically I think it's called a scrape, for the encouragement of birds. The area of the lake, I think from memory, is about 4 hectares. We created this lake. We started, I think, on the first Monday in January 1988, and we finished the work by the end of March 1988. People thought we were mad, digging a great big hole in the middle of the sand dunes of Newborough. The lake was created by the removal of 43,000 cubic metres of sand. There are 5 islands on the lake, 2 of which, as I recall, are covered in natural vegetation for a particular kind of birds like mallards and things like that. And the other 2 islands have been covered in polythene sheeting and are covered with shingles for another type of bird like oyster catchers. The levels of the lake are governed so that the deepest water is near the edge of the island, so that when the water level does go down naturally, of its own accord in the summer months, there's always some water in, and the water is always nearest the island to stop foxes getting to the island to take the eggs.
What about people stealing eggs? Birds' eggs?
Well, it's still a problem. Unfortunately, there are a few avid collectors, and they tend to take the whole clutch. They don't just take one egg, they take the lot, and usually it disturbs them. It is against the law to take any eggs at all of nesting birds, except a few which aren't protected. But it's a very sad thing to do, and it certainly would knock down the numbers of birds by doing this.